Welcome to the frozen north of the Forgotten Realms, Icewind Dale. As always, we want to give a thank you to @theart_of_Jen for the wonderful artwork of our adventures. Credit to Tailspire for the map-making software that we use, and Wizards of the Coast for the story that we're playing, and art of the monsters that occasionally pop up, and other maps and character artwork that appears in the campaign. None of that is sponsored, but I'd just like to give acknowledgements. So, last we left off, Dearaen the Tiefling Bard, Sho Val the Human Rune Knight, Mordin the Tiefling Ranger, Tok the Half-Orc Eldritch Knight, Kibbles their mascot Fox, and Pinecone their pack Axbeak had taken up the task of delivering a shipment of Charlatan to Easthaven. On their way, they encountered an ancient white dragon by the name of Errands on their escapade to Bryn Shander, which they quickly paid off with a Axbeak that they had been given from the terrible, not so terrible, Thieves Guild, as I blank on the name of the Thieves Guild.
Centaur.
Yeah, the Zentauran. I did not write this down. Okay, so they had taken up the task of delivering Charlatan to a man in Easthaven, a dwarf by the name of where did I put his name?
I think it was Dearth Sunblight.
Yes, Dearth Sunblight.
Look at that closely, make sure I didn't misspell that.
Hey, the players took notes. I didn't write them down. I need to.
Instead, you're taking notes of all the stupid shit all the players do.
Yeah. So, and they made a quick pit stop in Bryn Shander, picking up some magical artifacts that were custom made for the party, meeting up with family members, and learning of familial drama, and have started making their way over to Easthaven, only to be encountered by an undead Cold Walker, a soul whose body has not been given the choice to go to the afterlife and roams the tundra and wilderness in a kind of a vengeful spirit kind of deal, attacking those that it comes across in its hatred of being unable to pass to the afterlife. And that is where we pick up, where the adventurers, the defenders of Goodmead and Tourmaline, have found themselves kind of in the middle of a blizzard. About 2-3 hours away from Bryn Shander, and about 5 hours from Easthaven. So, is there anything that you would like to do? You have spent a little bit of time building up a snow fortress to keep you buffeted from the wind, and I would assume, following from previous times that you've encountered this, Sho Val is continually casting a bonfire spell to keep things relatively warm.
Meaning I don't get a short rest.
Well, we've got that tree right there. We could probably chop that down.
I do have tinder.
Well,
like, I will say if you wanted to take
make
a little bit
an actual fire.
Yeah.
Make an actual fire. But
yeah, you could do that.
the tinder's not going to do much if we can just create the bonfire and use that. Start everything up. So why don't we just... We don't know how long this is going to last. So... Well, can we do like a survival check to see how long it could possibly last?
Actually, roll me a d4.
Okay. That is a 4.
4 more hours.
4 more hours is how long this lasts. So like you kind of after building up all the stuff, you've been in it for about an hour already, and it's getting and it's dark, it's windy, it's cold, very, very cold.
Okay,
new snow is falling down.
Then question. That tree right there, or any possible trees nearby, can I find, like, fallen tree limbs or something?
Could be a survival check.
Can I help since I have the Ring of Warmth and
with advantage?
And I would be the
okay.
best ones to go out.
Okay, then I'll roll again. I'm going to take that 16.
Okay. So, with the 16, you are able to gather some firewood some wood from the local brush, though it is fairly sparse.
Well, I figured just enough for... At least enough
but
for...
it will keep you decent for a few hours, at least.
Okay. Then I'd say best bet is to wait out the storm, and I will play Song of Rest for those who need healing.
I might as well take some of that.
Which, let me see what that does again.
It's D6 to the hit dice.
Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points. It doesn't say whether or not you have to roll it or I have to roll it, so DM's choice.
I'll have you roll it.
Okay.
Because you are the bard and you are casting the thing.
Yeah, it's more of an ability instead of a... Yeah. But, an extra 3 health for everyone.
Really? Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's only if you spend hit dice.
Yeah.
I'm back to full. And I'm back to full. Yay.
Yay!
Trying to get the short rest to work.
Okay.
So I have fully customized my my character page.
Kibbles is kind of taking a small curl up beside Tok's feet, and
Kibbles.
is basically just kind of like sitting there enjoying the small heat that is radiating off of the fire. The birds look a little bit antsy, but are kind of keeping their
Yeah, I'm back up the full.
their feathers are kind of ruffling a little bit, but nothing.
Use,
they still seem to be a little bit spooked from the Cold Light Walker's attack.
Yeah. I'll use Prestidigitation to warm them up a little bit, because I can have three of these effects up for an hour. So warm them up a little bit. Or wait.
It's less of a it's more like they were spooked rather than just being cold.
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Shock. Yep, got it.
Hey, a thing just attacked us. What's going on? Actually, I'm gonna have you roll me an animal handling check. Anybody that wants to try to calm down the birds.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Fucking hell. 2.
Yeah.
Or rather 3. No. Okay. They are too spooked.
They are indeed very spooked.
I'm just glad that was a 2 and not a 1.
So, is there anything that you want to do while waiting out the, waiting out the blizzard?
Nothing.
Not really. Just
Any conversations that you want to have? Or just sitting there hanging out?
I kind of start sharing that if we end up meeting my brother, just kind of don't engage. He likes to talk, and he doesn't like people ignoring him, so I kind of want to see him get riled up in his boots. Just
So ignore him.
ignore him.
Yeah, give him the cold shoulder.
There he
shows
I can
off,
do that
big thumbs up.
easily.
looks at Winter Wolf armor. I can do that.
Rolls eyes. I realize with this brother character, I'm gonna have to ask Alex to play a kind of a dickish character.
I mean, I was already planning that.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. At some point, I got to talk to you about backstory stuff for mine. But
Hey,
that's much
all
later.
the backstory stuff is fine with me.
Yeah, but that's later. Either after this or tomorrow.
Maybe.
Have a long car ride.
Yes,
Anyway.
yes we do.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I got. Yeah, I say to Sho Val, yeah, yes, I will gladly ignore your brother if it gets him pissed off.
Sounds like a plan.
I can even rile him up with. Sorry, who are you again? Make him introduce himself a couple times. Make him seem like he's not important.
Rubs chin. I like it. I like it.
So do I. Let's make it so.
Make it so. A weird hankering for Earl Grey tea.
Speaking of tea,
Mm,
I believe Sho Val has some.
I know. It was a Star Trek joke.
Earl Grey tea with whiskey.
I would
Anyway.
like tea, but I'm taking care of the fight.
I got coffee, so.
So after we make idle small talk, I guess, until the blizzard lets up.
Okay.
Anyone got any cards?
I got a chess set.
Yeah, we could play. We could do some little chess things if you want.
Should we
How
do
you-
It'll just be like contested intelligence checks.
D20 rolls? Something like that?
contested wisdom checks?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. I'll play.
Okay,
So
I'll
should
play
we do it one against one and then so
attorney.
so 2 people go against each other, then the other 2 go against each other, and the winners fight that.
Sure. Contested intelligence checks.
But who's
All right,
going
me
first?
versus Sho Val.
Sure.
All right. I fucking lose the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
in that
wow.
case, the first round kind of goes around.
Then I guess it's
Sho Val, like, your hands are a little clumsy. You might, like, accidentally knock over a piece or two and kind of forget where certain things were, and you end up making some poor choices.
Very, very poor choices.
And
You took it up as a hobby.
Sho Val takes full advantage of your mistakes.
King of games, bitch.
Okay, so Tok and I go next.
I dejectedly just pick up Kibbles. Yeah, instead of if I lap at this thing, sadly start petting it.
Woke up Kibbles.
But now he's warmer.
Okay, rolling.
Running,
Fuck.
running.
Damn.
18.
So,
New fighters.
Fighters are kicking ass.
it seems like the fighters have a little bit more tactical
Yeah.
knowledge than
They have
the
strategic minds.
the ranger and the bard.
I'm very good at strategery.
I go over and sit next to Mordin and just start petting Kibbles as well.
Aw, the tieflings.
Aw. Done so soon? Aw.
You're playing Stratego.
It's like that's the problem. You were playing 2D chess. I was playing 3D chess. I'm playing Tetris. I don't know what the fuck you're playing.
Wanted to play shoots ladder.
I wanted to play Candyland.
Gotta do the
One
bring it
more
on.
between Sho Val and Tok.
Do the bring it on hand side.
All of a sudden, just anime style everywhere.
50.
Oh,
Oh,
Ooh, this one you get it down. You're knocking model by model, piece by piece.
It's now
he has
sudden
the higher
death.
intelligence modifier, so
No, in this case, you actually get it
I'm
down
on the
to
Sho
a
Val.
stalemate.
stalemate. It's that bit where you're just chasing my king around.
5 on Sho Val.
Well, it's one of those.
Dearaen starts playing the Benny Hill.
It's just one of those things where like you're sitting there trying to get any sort of advantage, and it's like almost down to where like you have like 2 chess pieces versus 1. It's like it's very hard to actually maneuver any win condition out of it. So I'm gonna have you. If you want to try going again, you can.
Sure,
You got
why
5
not?
on. You got 5 on Sho Val. I got 5 on Tok. Got it.
Yep.
You know it is. Oh,
This time, Tok gets the. It's a little closer this time, but Tok reads your movements just a little bit ahead of time and plans for some moves that you tried making again, and this time they aren't as effective, and he pulls out a win.
Tok is wrecking most of these mini games.
I was expecting him to play.
Yeah, go ahead and add
aggressively
5
and
gold to your inventory, Dearaen.
It's like holds out hand while petting Kibbles. Not just looking at the game.
You're welcome, Dearaen.
Don't worry, I'll buy you a drink with it.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody.
That was almost a nat 20, but I got a 10.
Shit, 9.
At 1, I'm too
Ooh.
bereaved.
Give me a second. I'm changing my dice.
That's completely fair. It actually kind of makes sense because that Tok and Sho Val aren't paying attention.
Tok's doing the victory dance. And Sho Val's just like, What the fuck?
However,
11.
Mordin and Dearaen, you're a little more conscious of the howling winds outside starting to subside a little bit. It's not as prominent, and you're kind of hearing the winds go from this kind of like really loud noise to like a slightly lower, slightly lower, slightly lower. After all this time, it appears that your blizzard is waning away.
So like, Dearaen's just gonna pipe up and be like, "Looks like we've got just like maybe about another half hour, and then we can start heading out again."
Well, we don't want to get too sidetracked. Not that we get really too much about it, but...
If you want, you could probably challenge Tok to another rematch.
You could too. You could challenge me.
Sure. I'll go.
So, I'd assume probably Mordin and Sho Val kind of pack up some stuff. A little bit.
Yeah, we start hitching up the birds.
Yeah. I will have Dearaen and Tok give another contested intelligence check.
Nat 20!
Nice! Rolls higher anyways.
There's no point to rolling, but I did anyhow. Good thing I didn't put gold on that one. I almost
It's
did.
one of those things where if Tok rolled a 19 and still beat you.
I know! Because I don't have any modifiers on that one. That is technically one of my dump stats.
After two intense bouts, actually three, between Tok and the other opponents, you've kind of picked up on how Tok's playstyle goes, and you're able to outmaneuver him at every turn.
It's like when like the anime. It's like when the anime character gets beaten the hell out of, and then he trains, and then just like, aha, beat you.
Granted, it's still a little closer than you'd like, but you do kind of do the haha. I've been 3 steps ahead of you this entire time, and I win. Checkmate.
It normally is pretty close in the anime during those kind of scenes.
Cue anime glasses shut.
That and Tok's kind of feeling a little bit wary after 3 games of chess, back to back.
Brain is aching.
Brain does not want to work anymore.
Brain word good. Speak now.
So,
Speak English?
after that game, the weather dies down, and it is no longer being incredibly loud and cold. It's still cold. It's still very cold. But
it's
for
tolerable.
those of you that have cold resistance, it's tolerable.
Tok is just shivering the entire time.
Just glaring at you.
I mean, you do have the fire, so it's not like you're
Right, so I scooch up really close to the fire, holding out my hands, kind of rubbing them together, like, move, make me
Yeah,
warm.
it's not like your nosicles can be used as chopsticks.
Yep.
That
Kind of.
reminds me of Cool
I have-
Runnings.
I have a random question.
Sure.
Mordin, since you are the one who had the chess set, you're proficient with it, right? Couldn't you have used your proficiency bonus? So your intelligence?
I could have, but I was told by the DM straight intelligence.
Alright.
I
But
wasn't
that still
aware.
doesn't negate the fact that my first game was a natural 1. So,
Fair enough.
still.
Food for thought for the future.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest. Because it doesn't come up too often.
No, it doesn't. Which is why I also didn't really say anything.
I mean, if you said like, "Hey, I have proficiency in this," I would have allowed it. So.
Okay, now that 1 becomes a 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're on the road again.
You're on the road again.
God damn, it's in my head now.
On the road again. I need one of you to roll me a d10.
My turn.
You sure it's not mine?
I haven't done it in 6 episodes.
Okay.
Go for
I
it.
actually watched.
I don't wanna.
7.
7. Okay. Huh. Okay. I get to use some new models. Yay!
Yay!
We're all gonna die.
And then
Yay!
roll me a d6.
Okay.
Why did it say the charge is used? I didn't use that charge.
6.
Oh wait, no.
Okay.
I did. Never mind.
Cool. So you kind of start making your way out into on the path towards Easthaven. Yay! I'm going to
Meow, meow,
do.
meow, 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 meow.
It's a little bit more. I want to say sand. It looks a little bit more like sand dunes, but it's just
Snowdrifts.
snowdrifts. Is that what?
Yeah.
That's the term. I'm sitting here like, it's not dunes. It's something else. I don't know. My words are gone. So, you're kind of dealing with a little bit of snowdrifts. Mordin takes the lead with this one, being the ranger and kind of like watching out for the terrain and watching that, oh hey, certain drifts may be a little bit more too higher than others, and so you kind of lead the rest of the group around them to be
Safer paths.
a little bit of a safer path, and you're unobstructed. You're not losing time by any means,
Or expending energy that we don't need to.
or expending energy that you don't need to. However, I need you and everybody else to give me another perception check.
16.
16.
16.
Want to go for 4?
13.
Ah, no, so close.
Sorry, I broke it.
You're too distraught from that game.
Mordin, Dearaen, and Sho Val all notice at the exact same time a small pack of moving figures up in the distance. Seems to be about 5 individuals, and they're all kind of, they seem large, they seem kind of lumbery, very large torsos.
Do they look somehow familiar?
Or are they too far away at this point to tell?
Make a
Investigation.
Another perception?
Insight.
History.
Well, though I'm trying to like think of like what trying to identify something would be. I'm
would
actually
be
gonna say a
invest-
nature check.
Nature.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like trying to identify, like, what kind of race something is.
Straight
12?
10.
Let's see, 12?
These are gnolls. You've come across... You have come across a small band of gnolls. And they don't seem to have noticed you yet.
You gotta say to everyone. Oh shit. Looks like we have gnolls up ahead. Try to keep everything quiet.
And they appear to be kind of just moving in a small pack. They probably got caught in the blizzard too and bunkered down, or were moving through the blizzard.
Coming towards us?
They seem to just kind of be moving south. You're moving east at the moment.
So
in terms of the map, they are moving this way, whereas you guys are moving this way.
Okay, well, they're not.
So
showing up.
they are currently in your path, but they will soon be moving out of your path.
Let's stop and try and let them pass.
No, I something similar. Let's go a little bit northeast. So we're going towards the east. They're going to the south. Let's go a bit northeast, and then start going eastward again. So that way, they have a harder chance of seeing us.
Movement draws attention.
Yes, but they're also might still get close enough with the trajectory they're going right now. It's either we get ready for an engagement, or we try to avoid.
Yeah. I vote hold here and wait. See if they pass us by.
I agree with hold.
Right.
Okay. They seem to be moving on just a little bit. One of them kind of starts getting a little bit of a whiff of something in the air.
Alex, can I also cast comprehend languages real fast, just in case so I can
Sure.
understand them?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. That's spell slot.
Are you trying to hide at all, or...
I think try to hide would be a good idea, but so.
I mean, it's one of those things where if you wanted to try, like, breaking line of sight behind a snowbank or something, I would allow
That's
that.
essentially what I was trying to say earlier, but they said hold. So, I would like to.
Or even just, like, trying to lay down, snuff out candlelights or something.
I would like to
lantern
try and
lights.
stealth it so they don't see us.
Okay. I will say, because you're not making any rapid movements or anything, I will say you can give me a stealth check with advantage.
Me? Or everyone?
Everyone.
Which means us with
Even
heavy armor.
even with the heavy armor, I'm gonna give you advantage because you're basically not moving.
Okay.
Okay.
Because if you... Usually the heavy armor is a disadvantage.
14.
Devin.
Fuck these dice. 9.
17.
The two with the heaviest armor got 17.
Sweet.
I don't think it's the dice. I think it's just D&D Beyond that's kind of screwing you over right now.
Yeah, possibly. Okay. Yeah, so... Off of that kind of stealth check, Mordin, you're a little bit further ahead, probably 20-30 yards, or 20-30 feet. One, you're watching the gnolls, trying to see if they're reacting to you at all. You probably even drop prone.
Yeah.
And you do notice as one of them kind of sniffs the air a little bit. You can kind of see small clouds of exhalation in front of its face.
Yeah.
You could probably tell that, and you being a ranger, you can tell that the wind is moving eastward, so you are upwind from them. So it would appear that you have at least had your scent carried towards them, but and it kind of it sits there and sniffs the air for a second, kind of halting as the rest of them move forward a little bit.
Do I hear them say anything?
You're too far away.
Okay.
Besides the fact that the one's carrying noise away from you.
Yeah, I did it more as a just in case they say they spotted us or something like that.
And the one takes one more look in your guys' direction. And then the other four kind of... One of them looks back and... You kind of watch as one of them does a... What you're familiar with gnolls doing, kind of like a yipping kind of motion. And kind of basically like yelling at the other one to get a move on, basically. Okay. And it starts following it. Through.
Oh, stop getting sidetracked. Let's go.
Basically, yeah. And eventually they kind of start making their way.
As soon as they're well without us, out of sight, I'm gonna stand up and say, "Let's go."
You probably wait for another 20 minutes just to get them out of your line of sight. But they do eventually leave.
Okay.
And your way is unobstructed.
That was close.
And
anyway.
you guys can make it to Easthaven.
Yay!
Now we can go to the Easthaven Town Hall board, I believe.
Oh, we're just going straight there? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of just did like a small little map of all the hotspots.
I am in a blank space.
Give me
just okay, wait, there we go. I'm good.
I will. There's this board.
The center was a big blank space. I just had to move the map to the right. This is nice.
Learned from my mistake with Valaki, didn't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's because I will pull up the map here in just a second on stream. But
is big.
Oh God, it even lagged my computer.
Yeah, because in our Strahd campaign, we tried doing like a whole city on a map on Tailspire. It looks amazing, but it lags like crazy.
It was like 20 times the size of this map. It was insane. So much detail.
And I'm gonna pull up the image of the... Where is it? Okay. I swear I had it. Targos. I apparently don't have that one downloaded yet. I will do that just now in a second. So I will kind of start explaining what you see as you start coming into town. You actually make me a history check. Anybody that wants to kind of like give a little bit of insight into the...
I give up with these dice.
19.
Fuck it.
town.
14.
6.
I have not rolled above a 7.
Thank you, Jack of all trades.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Try the blood dice.
But they make the squishy sound. It is weird.
All right, will you accept an 18 with a 13 on a physical dice?
Sure.
Thank you.
Easthaven is kind of like one of the biggest towns in all of 10 towns, seconded only by Bryn Shander. Easthaven is kind of one of those, like, boom towns, kind of like, oh hey, we found a nice mining spot next to a river, and a small, and trade and stuff just kind of started picking up and picking up and picking up, and eventually it just kind of spiraled into an explosion of a town.
A trade is an import town.
Basically, yes. This one is not surrounded by any walls or anything. It's covered in just... it basically just a giant town full of buildings and halls, and if you look northward, you do eventually start seeing a little bit of a frozen coastline.
Basically bank on safety and numbers.
Yeah, kinda. You know that the name of the lake that they have ports on is called Lac Dinashir. I will pull that up on the screen now that I have it downloaded. Excuse me for just a second, because it's going to be really big.
Well, you can also put it in our Discord too for us later.
Yes.
So.
Transfer to screen. There we go.
Katie, you are sitting on my notes.
Boop.
What are you doing?
And then I can take this to the Discord.
Wait. I feel
No
like
notes. There's no
you've shown
notes,
us-
there's only gato.
Kato!
I feel like you've shown us this one.
Possibly. But yeah, there's the map of Easthaven.
Oh no, it just looks pretty similar to just the basic Icewind Dale
Yeah.
map. Okay.
So, Lac Dinashir is one of the major lakes between in the northern sects of 10 towns, and is basically used as a lot of fishing and kind of port travel between the various cities along the coastline.
I'm just gonna look to everyone else and be like, well boys, if you have any shopping, I think we found the best place to do it.
Till we get to the Dwarven City.
True, but supplies never hurt.
As I read out of the book here, walking into Easthaven is like stepping into Icewind Dale's past. The place is a living example of the boomtown way of life that gripped all of 10 towns centuries ago. And in generations since, as other towns have settled into a predictable pattern of existence, Easthaven has continued to grow and reinvent itself. After the Eastway was paved, Easthaven evolved into a frontier trader's paradise, fueling the jealousy of its neighbors. I'm going to look at the dice rolls that we just had. Dearaen, you actually have a small bit of knowledge that you kind of picked up on, just kind of due through some kind of like folklore and stuff, and various maybe stories that people told you on your travels up north about like oh, you're going up to 10 towns? I'm sure Easthaven... Has anyone ever told you about Easthaven's founders? Because Easthaven's founders were thieves from the Duchy of Cape Velen on a peninsula far to the south. And basically, those founders refused to kowtow to a powerful thieves guild and were driven out. So Easthaven kind of honors its shady founders by declaring pickpocketing legal within the town limits. Which, as you're kind of entering into Easthaven, you do see a couple signs just kind of posted up, just even on city limits, and even as you're entering through the town, of "Watch thy pouch."
As I grab it tightly.
I do the same.
Uh-oh. We lost him.
I don't know. Where'd he go?
You would also know just, where did Sho Val, you would know, as well as Dearaen, that, the speaker in Easthaven is Notuagin. He's fairly, humble and, forthright, and there's a captain of the guard, more of a militia captain than anything, by the name of Imdra Arlagath.
Alex, I'm so sorry.
You lagged out there?
My internet cut out. I'm on the mobile hotspot right now.
Oh no.
So, everything you just tried to explain to me, I didn't hear.
Oh no. Basically I just said that, Easthaven was founded by thieves and stuff, so, pickpocketing is technically legal within city limits, and there's a few signs around that have, "Watch thy pouch," kind of painted on boards, on signs around the city.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell everyone, keep a close eye on your coin purses, boys.
Working on it.
Now I just wait for my actual internet to come cut back in, which might have already. Give me a second.
And are we good to continue, or I'm gonna set up the scene really quick, so I'll let you kind of do a little bit of role playing bits.
I was going to take a quick potty break. Is that okay?
Sure. Yeah. Take a little bit of a break. I'll be setting up a little bit of a situation that you guys will be walking into.
Oh,
Here,
dear.
in just a second.
Never mind, things are lying to me. Okay. Tail Spiral will actually work pretty well. Hello?
Oh.
Hey.
I'm
Everyone
gonna.
went quiet.
We're
We're
doing a
break.
little bit of a break just because so somebody needed to use the restroom.
Oh.
Actually, is there a... Quite one out there.
Use me while I go do the same.
Okay.
Hopefully my internet should be back after that.
Hopefully. That would be great. Yeah. Um.
Thank you. Ah. That feels...
Yay.
I would like to say that I take my coin pouch and move it into all of my clothing until it's touching my skin.
That is fair.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. It's going to take me a while to get it out, but it's going to take them a long time to get in.
Whoa, what did I miss?
I move my coin pouch into all of my layers of clothing until it's touching my skin. And this pineapple cider is amazing.
As I download another image. Here. But that one I already had planned.
But everyone out there, aren't you?
Yep.
Back. I also hit reset on the router. Oh, that is a fun site. Oh god.
Yeah. Welcome to Frostmaiden, people. So with everybody back, let's jump into the scene where you're coming into town and you see a large crowd gathered before a large pyre, and sitting in the pyre is what appears to be a human figure.
Live?
Yeah. And it seems like he's... And you hear... kind of shouts and screams as a man burning alive would do, but you could probably... As you're getting there, it seems like it's almost a little bit too late to probably save him. As I put a little bit of the image on screen, it is a grim sight. It is not something that is...
Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. Boop. There's a picture in the Discord as well.
Please and thank you, because I can't really watch your stream at this point.
Yep, that's fair. So, I'll drop that down there. As you're coming into town, you do see the crowd gathering, and you notice as this armored lady seems to take notice of your caravan and walks over.
Hosea, what are you doing here?
Hello. This is where I'm actually from. I'm surprised that you noticed. No.
It's like, hey, it's me. I'm the reincarnation of Valkord.
How did you get out of Barovia?
That's because I killed you, Strahd. No.
Oh god, Mordin's actually Strahd.
No!
It all makes sense.
It does. Shit.
No, as you're coming around, Imdra goes, so we have newcomers into town.
Just still kind of looking at
This,
grim sight. Yeah.
And seeing how equipped you are for combat, I would take it that you're adventurers.
With sword? Yes.
Just on a delivery mission.
You wouldn't happen to be the defenders of Goodmead, are you?
Yeah, and Tourmaline.
And
I haven't heard of any ventures in Tourmaline, but
that one was pretty recent.
yeah, you will eventually, yes.
But I have heard of your exploits in Goodmead, especially with all the verbiage in the area.
Yeah.
Sorry about the grisly sight behind me. Unfortunately, he has been given a charge of guiltiness in evil acts and the most effective way of dealing with what he's done is, of course, death.
Oh.
What kind of evil acts?
Necromantic, arson. Arson would be kind of ironic right now.
He's been...
Stampeding cattle?
This one is known as
catapulting goats?
You'd get rewarded for that.
Have you heard of the Red Wizard of Thay?
The what?
Red Wizard of Thay.
I hold up a hand
Yeah.
and just nod.
Ah. At least somebody's somewhat aware. This one is known as... his actual name is Zan. Spelled D-Z-A-A-N.
Zan.
Yeah, Dazan. Or Zan.
Sultan!
Sultan! He has been found guilty of killing a handful of our citizens and Delafolk that he had hired for an expedition. And so the speaker of our town had issued a decree that the wizard be tied to a stake and burned alive.
Kind of expedition.
To be honest, I'm a little bit of a lack of information and insight in that regard. All I know is that he was looking for some adventurers in the past and took them out on an expedition, and he was the only one that returned alive.
Was one of them a tiefling and another one a halfling?
Not that I'm aware of.
They were all accounted for.
We did find bodies.
Okay, so not the...
Our investigators found bodies, that is. So,
Curious. Okay.
that being said, we have taken matters into our own hands, and as you can see, he's now deceased, and we'll be taking care of the remains.
Still hearing the screaming. Are you sure about that?
As soon as it's done.
I would say by now that the...
I mean, by now, the screaming's gone. All you are hearing is just kind of like cheers and yells from a crowd, just kind of like booing and kind of like, yeah, he's dead. That kind of deal. As people are just yelling at a dead guy tied to a post as he's now still burning, and
realizing how aloof and heartless this may sound, Mordin just looks at her. We do have some business to attend to, and we want to get it out of the way. Can you please point us to the quickest way to the docks?
Yes. Take the east way down, probably about 4 or 5 houses down, and there should be a small pathway that leads to the docks. Actually, I may have some work for you, as she kind of like starts following along with you. If you are up to it.
Possibly. Give me a second, we're just going to exit the game real fast. I think I entered this back. So.
Yeah, okay.
And this thing's on full screen, so...
What would be this kind of role?
We've been... At least allow me to explain the situation.
I think it would be insight, is what you're looking for.
No, I'm doing something else.
Yeah, okay.
Being charming, like not really charming a person, but charming to throw her off guard. Would that be performance?
I think deception.
I'm not trying to deceive her. I'm trying to be charming and to kind of put her off guard.
Charisma check?
Performance is
I guess I'm trying to understand what you're trying to do. Because,
In end sight, I'm trying to
are you just trying to be
Like
like a, kind of like trying to impose like a little bit of a, your force of personality to just kind of like sway, or to be a little bit more like intimidating,
make her
maybe?
seem not intimidation, but
Oh,
make her feel like
like-
I am a friend, that I can be trusted, type thing,
Okay.
without actually casting charm person, which I do
Yeah,
actually
no,
have.
that's fine.
That-
I will say just give me a general charisma.
Charisma check.
Yeah, just
and
just
and
a
I will
general
tell-
charisma, just a general charisma check. Because
And
you're
I'll
not
tell you-
because you're not like actively you're trying to like persuade her or something or deceive her or something or whatever. You're just trying to be a little bit nicer.
that's a
Would
20
you-
because I get a +3 because of otherworldly glamour.
Okay.
So yeah,
And so she actually kind of starts talking with you a little bit.
I'm kind
not
of
to
getting
you.
her to loosen up because she seems kind of tense. And rightfully so, she seems tense because what we walked in on. But
Yeah, I mean, she's working on her. You kind of caught her during the middle of her work, so she is the town captain of the guard, basically.
and for my identification, what was the notes on that as well? What was her name?
Her name is, as I switch my screens here really quickly, her name is Imdra Arlagath. IMDRAARLAGGATH.
Please put that into the Discord.
Wow,
I
that's
will.
a complicated name.
Yeah, all the names in the thing are a little bit weird.
Whatever
Hey,
happened? Just Bill
not
and
as-
Ted.
Whatever. just Bill
Be
and
excellent
Ted.
to each other.
I'll remember that when I make my campaign.
Thank you.
His name is Bill and Ted.
Don't forget a Rufus. You can't have Bill and Ted without Rufus.
Or a Bob.
Or-
There you go. She goes, she kind of gives a little bit of a sigh. Sorry, I'm a little bit stressed right now.
Completely understandable. Don't worry, you're just doing your job. Can't really do anything against that.
Well, times being as they are, we've got to create as much order as we can. And at least try to put those who step wildly out of line in their place. That being said, there have been some fishers missing here at Lac Dinishir. If you want, I can provide you a boat and allow you to search for them. I could point you out to points of the lake for you to check out. It would be a real favor for me, but I can understand if you're busy.
We might have a day or two we can look into it, but we do like you. mentioned, we do have
Like you
a
said,
tight
you
schedule.
were working on a bit of a escort mission here yourself. I see you have some cargo.
Yeah, well, it is the tail end of it. So after we are done our business near the docks, I say we have a day or two we could maybe spend searching for your fishermen.
Excellent. Well, if you can find me, I have a small abode over on the southeast. Actually, let me look at the map, see if it's actually pointed out. Not that one. That one. You can find me at the town hall. I'm usually stationed there doing paperwork and whatever else. Which is kind of like in the small middle part of the map there.
Alright.
Oh, and
I will certainly look you up after we're done with our business.
and if you need to detain your animals, there's the stables just to the south of us here.
Oh, wait. Oh, well,
And,
thank you.
and she gives you the directions to the stables as well. It is nice. It's nice to know that there's a blessing of individuals that are capable. I'm hoping that you can find our missing fisherman with relative ease and without any hardships. I will try to see about any compensation for your time, but I will have to clear that with the Speaker of the House first. But yes, or Speaker of the Town. I do have some business to attend to, but please, again, meet me at the town hall probably tomorrow morning, maybe, and we can
Mordin gives her
give you a little bit more information.
Mordin gives her a roguish grin and a wink. Said, "Sure thing. See you in the morning. Try not to work too hard."
Knowing this town, there's always work to be done. And she kind of starts walking off and calling over a few guards to start kind of moving the crowd away from the burning. And you have time to kind of meander around Easthaven.
Well, I think we want to drop stuff off first, and then we can rest up. Or should we do a little bit of shopping?
No, let's get to
With how expensive this stuff is, I want to get rid of it.
Yeah, especially with all the thieves around.
Yes.
We beeline it for the warehouse docks. Or
Okay.
dock warehouse.
Dockhouse. Yes. Keeping an eye on our goods, personal and otherwise, along the way.
Using my passive perception of, I think it is 17.
Yeah. You're keeping a fair distance away, and you're aware that nobody's getting a little bit too close to you. You're kind of like taking your time with making sure that certain people are in keeping their distance and whatever else. And you kind of follow the directions that Imdra had given you. As I get a notification that I just got a follow. Thank you.
Is it typo?
Nope, it was not.
We're becoming a little bit more popular.
Day.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
So you just kind of start making a beeline towards the warehouse, which is going to be... Which one did I have that one as? That was the... that one. So... You kind of start coming across a warehouse that meets the description that was given to you by the speaker over in Targos. And as you're kind of looking at the thing at the warehouse, Nerth Maxwell Dinar, he kind of give you like a basic description and kind of like what it looked like, but as you're kind of coming closer, you can tell that there's a few holes in the roof. It's a little bit more run down. You can kind of see a little bit of wood cracking. And basically you're kind of told that actually I'm gonna kind of pull it down just a little bit there. It does have 2 floors. There's some crates and barrels as you kind of open up the main door and enter inside.
Oh, I was gonna like knock on the door, but
the doors are ajar.
Okay.
Sorry. The doors are ajar, and it's wide enough that you can pull a cart through into the warehouse. It's kind of like one of those like slidey barn doors, but because, well, it's been snowing like crazy, so it's kind of hard to move barn doors through a lot of snow. So the doors are kind of like perpetually ajar.
Okay.
Ta-da! And you're able to pull... Maybe not. The cart can fit, but the model won't. No.
So you just kill the cart and
Yeah,
we can
I'll kill the cart.
flavor of the mind.
Yeah.
We
So
Theater of the mind.
So you're looking around the thing, but you don't actually see anybody immediately. As you pull the cart in, and the birds are kind of are pulling the cart in. I need you to give me a perception check.
15.
19.
There you go.
I'm still not excited. It's 12.
I mean, you have a +7 to perception, so
I know. But
go away. Should all talk, or are you just kind of like staying outside?
Yeah, I'll do all. 16.
16. Nice. You're probably helping push the cart into the building, maneuvering it a little bit. It is still relatively heavy, even though it's a weird material. You hear some scuffling and some banging coming from above you.
Avon calling.
Vault Tech calling.
Oh god.
And a like since you're closest to which one of you would have been a little bit farther into the building?
I would say Mordin and I were pretty close to each other.
Side by side.
Yeah.
Side by side.
Right in front of the cart.
Yeah. I'll say you guys are like up here, just for the sake of it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh fuck!
As a crate kind of starts plummeting down towards you.
15.
And you kind of hear like a snapping of a rope.
24.
You both managed to dodge out of the way easily enough, but Dearaen, you kind of feel some... You kind of feel like a shard of wood kind of hit you somewhere, and maybe give you a splinter or two, but no real damage.
Special splinters.
Please press the digitation to pull the splinter out.
Yeah, it's one of those like, ow, 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 ow. Ah! Okay.
It's like, if I bend my finger in a certain way, it's like, oh, fuck!
I'll say you take 1 point of damage.
Oh, come on.
1 point of damage.
Peter Griffin.
Ah!
No, that's like 5 points of damage. Skin and knees hurt like fuck.
I'll say 1 point of damage.
Okay, I already put it in.
That I just kind of exclaimed, "Oi! Why are you dropping shit?"
And then, kind of, you see a face kind of peer over the ledge, going, "Oh, sorry about that."
Hey, are you Dearth?
And as you're looking up, you see this pale-looking dwarf, like almost like. It's one of those things like most dwarves that you know of have this kind of like dark brown sooty skin,
Olive tone type skin.
Yeah, a little bit, if not a little darker, kind of like somebody that's been sitting out in the sun for like
Okay.
like most dwarves that you know have like a little bit of a slightly darker skin tone.
Alex, my mind immediately went to the Torbjorn swimsuit.
I know you're the bard, but down, boy.
Not bad to work.
I like girls better.
Down, boy.
I love that one. I love that skin from Overwatch. Just because the creators are just like, I love making this a meme. I love it.
Torbjorn here. It's like Speedo.
Oh my!
It's like an Ed. It's like the Ed.
It's a dwarf with a speedo. I love it so much. But no, this one looks very, very, very pale, like almost like the white to a grayish kind of skin, and the hair is very white.
Only we had a paladin to divine sense the guy.
It'll
If
just kinda
only.
Just kind of
Anyways,
look up and be like, I think you're Durst.
Dearth.
Sorry.
Hear it.
Hi, who's asking?
Yeah, shut up. I got a shipment for you.
All right, you got the Shardon, eh?
Yep. You got the rest of the gold?
I'll be right down. There's a chest I gotta grab.
Okay, did the crate smashed open that fell, right?
Yeah.
What was inside?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure, while he's too busy just coming down the stairs. 21.
20.
Looking at those, you notice that it's also Charlatan. Like, there is a lot of and you kind of look around you, and there's like a couple open barrels and boxes that all contain Charlatan.
Mordin wants to know, but he's not going to ask.
You know what Charlatan is used for, right? I can't remember if that
Yes.
was asked.
It's a magical focus. It also stores It's used a lot in enchanting.
Yeah.
Basically.
It just stores magical energy and potential very easily.
Mm-hmm.
But, and kind of climbing down a small ladder to the side there, I'll put a model on the board. Dwarf.
Speedo.
Oh, there we go. Nope. There we go. Boop.
Yes, it's wearing a Speedo. No.
He's not wearing a Speedo, it's a tabard.
It's a loincloth. Come on.
It's a tabard!
Tabards are a lot different.
There's armor plating over top of it, if you actually look at the colors.
I'm joking.
Anyway.
Well, historical accuracy. Yeah.
Yeah. In this case, he kind of sits there, brings down a small chest full of, as he's kind of pulling down a ladder, he's carrying down this small chest, and every rung that he takes, it kind of like does the gold shink, shink, shink.
Yeah. Also,
kind of deal.
Can I do some kind of check to see what kind of dwarf he is? If he's like of a different kind. Hello?
I would say either history or nature.
Or just like a straight knowledge check.
Basically. Well, I didn't know if he has proficiency in anything.
No, I've got Jack of all trades. It gives me at least a +1 and everything.
Alright,
so let's see. I'll do history. Not with a 4. Shit.
It's just a weird looking dwarf.
Because I have my mind immediately went to Duergar. That's why I was asking.
It's just a weird looking dwarf.
Accidentally thinks of him in a Speedo.
No, you're not, like, you're thinking it's like, well, maybe this dwarf just hasn't seen the sun in a while. In a very long while. That's about it.
Like everybody else in 10 pounds?
Like everybody else in 10 towns who hasn't seen the sun in 2 years.
Anyway, continue.
Continuity.
So the
Okay. Hope you haven't had too much troubles getting this to me.
Cold walker and managed to avoid some gnolls, but that's about it.
Alright, let me just take a look here, just make sure everything's intact. And he kind of like steps over the broken crate. I'm gonna lose a little bit there. This will make up for it. Got to invest in some better ropes.
Just be glad the dragon we saw didn't take notice of it.
Alright, and then he's gonna look around the cart, look around, grab some, grabs a pry bar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
You're correct. Yes.
And kind of opens up a couple of the crates at the top and kind of rifles through a little bit and... Alright, looks like everything's in order. And, so, you got these from Neth, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he offered you, what, like 500? Looks like?
Yes.
Right then. I'll get these right here to ya. And he kind of sits there, pulls out the chest, and starts scooping out handfuls and counting them. Counting them. Counting them.
Oh, I'm next to him. And just counting as he's counting to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hide it. I'm just making sure.
And he does give you your eventual 500 gold. It probably takes about 10 minutes counting 500 pieces of gold, but...
At least we know it's accurate.
It's accurate. He goes... I'll, pay another 20 if you help me get these upstairs. Or up to the balcony.
I think we can do that, as long as we don't end up
with that.
As long as we don't end up dropping it on anyone. Like,
If you drop it, I'll make you pay me for it.
you nearly dropped it on me.
Seriously, though, this stuff is very expensive.
Looks at the broken crate that he dropped.
Well, technically, he didn't drop it. The rope did. Because you did hear a rope snap.
I do have an extra 100 feet of good rope. I take 50 of it
Okay.
and repair the pulley system.
Sure. I'll have...
Make it easier. That would be like survival if you want me to roll for it.
Sure. Why not? Let's get a few more rolls in. Give me a survival check for not tying and whatever else.
15.
15?
It's no different from like hanging a deer for gutting purposes.
Yeah, I mean, you can all do a once over check, twice over check. Like, yep, everything seems to be in order, and you feel confident that your knot tying skills are good.
Should be. I am an Eagle Scout.
So, for everybody that wants to help, give me an athletics check as you're trying to lift and carry things.
16.
24.
I don't help at all.
You helped with the rope.
Well,
I help with the rope.
Mordin, you're probably more trying to guide things, but
Mordin is
I use
supervising.
my brain. I use my brain.
Mordin is supervising us.
yeah.
Waiting for
Actually,
Sho Val
I'm watching.
Sorry.
Why is Sho Val still loading? What?
I think I'm bogging my computer down with too much shit. But
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there
15.
it is.
Here's a suggestion: close every tab that has the word Gundam in it.
that's only like
That's only like
Well,
10 tabs.
You know, it's like close to all of them. The computer just shuts down because it's trying to process too much.
I love you, Peter.
So, between the three of you, Tok especially doing like most of the work, even like just straight up carrying boxes of Charlatan over with ease. I'm not gonna penalize Mordin because everybody else rolled really well. So
Thank you for that.
You did the rope thing.
I'm doing this more as a group check and kind of doing the averages.
Okay.
So the 24 definitely offsets the 4.
Yes.
So, well, I'm assuming Mordin's probably more focused on making sure the pulley's doing what it's supposed to be doing and whatever else. So, with that, you have 6, and you probably spend a good hour or two working with that, and he gives you an extra 20 gold on top of the 500.
Nice.
All right, thank you for your help.
So to everybody, that's 130.
Yep.
How much was that?
We each get
130 gold for each of you.
Thank you.
And
Wait, is my math right? Let me check.
You're right. I double checked it because I
okay.
wanted to do that myself as well.
Thank you, because my brain is tired and also drunk right now. So,
That's what calculators are for.
well, I was just about to pull up my calculator on my computer to do that.
I use my phone.
I use D&D Beyond. Anyway.
We'll just do math. It's not like that's the game or anything.
Not like we're not playing math, the board game.
Wait,
Math, the role-playing game.
it's been math the whole time?
Attacked.
Always has
Leave
been.
me alone.
This isn't Dragons and Knights. This is math.
I feel attacked. You're making fun of me.
Anyways, I think that's a good stopping point. We'll kind of pick up with all the random Easthaven shenanigans next time.
Shenanigans.
What do you guys think?
I want to
Not
keep
too
on
bad.
going.
Yeah, I want to keep going just a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like, do some shopping.
Yeah, we can do the shopping. That's nice and like.
That's
no
time
brain
filling.
power. No brain power.
Okay, sure.
Or bare minimum brain power at the worst.
That's fair. Da-da-da.
How the fuck did we rob a bank? I don't know. It all happened so fast.
So, gonna do a little bit of shopping. There is. Let me see. Let me just put my thing here just in case there are any named. Things.
I know there was the end that
Give
was
me an investigation check.
All of us?
15.
Just kind of like asking around for where the shopping centers are.
Oh, wanker, I gotta
22.
settle.
22. I found the black market.
No, you only find that on a natural 20.
Aren't we in the smuggler's den? We could just ask.
you already are.
Yeah, we're not technically
You
already
left the black market.
there. It's like, we need to find the black market. Dearaen is just like, yo.
Hi.
You.
I think you missed that part.
What?
Oh no,
Huh?
somebody's spamming the chat.
What chat?
What? I don't know.
I'm
So,
with you.
kind of looking around,
The
and
steam
asking
trap.
around. You find you get different names of different things. You do find that the tavern is called the Wet Trout.
Is there another one? Judging by the map.
It's the White Lady Inn and the Wet Trout.
And there's a
You
White
have an
Lady
inn,
Inn.
and then you have a tavern.
Yeah. That one's just a tavern. It's not a tavern and inn.
Okay.
That one you kind of you kind of get a little bit of information saying that, oh hey, the Wet Trout is probably like the most largest and loudest tavern in Easthaven, and great for rumor mills. The White Lady Inn is a good place to stay overnight. That was named after a local legend known as the White Lady. If you wanted to inquire about that a little bit more, you learn that the local legend was a ghost rumored to walk on Loch Dinishir, haunting the spot where her rich husband drowned. And there's the Easthaven ferry service, but due to the Loch Dinishir being a little bit more frozen over and whatnot, they kind of canceled it.
Oh no, we can't go on the Disney cruise. Okay, but I'll probably check out general store and magic shop, and then probably stop at the inn.
The ferry in and of itself is a keelboat that was trapped in the ice. Most of Loch Dinishir isn't completely frozen, but most of Easthaven's harbor is trapped in ice. That's the difference. As for
Did I cut out?
a little bit there.
Oh shit. I think I cut out like mid description that you had there. But no, keep going. I'm good.
Okay. You find there's a blacksmithy that goes by the name of Blue Steel.
Oh god.
Boue Steel.
I know. But that's a reference.
God, explain the reference, because I don't know what it is.
Zoolander. It's Zoolander.
Zoolander? Huh.
It's the face he makes.
Entire fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
There is a alchemist shop by the name of Tinctures and Tonics. Spelled tinctures apostrophe and tonics.
Okay. That's one of the places I was going to ask about.
That one's usually about like potions and that kind of deal. They do have some mild like scrolls and stuff, but that's maybe about it.
I was looking for like
It's more alchemy than
magic items. I was saying like I was gonna look for like a magic shop or some sort, which I'm guessing that might be the best we're gonna get.
There is a church. As I look up the deities, just so I remember which one was which. Well, it's not Mordin, but...
Okay.
Amanator is the name of the god that the church belongs to. But the church seems to be relatively abandoned. Or, as you pass by the church, you can see that it's very... there's not a lot of people frequenting it. There's maybe like one priest walking around. Amanator is a solar deity of order, sun, law, and time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm an otter. Okay, got it.
Amaunator. You could probably use this place as a form of healing or general like cleric stuffs.
I grab Sho Val by the shoulder and lead him to.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you'd be looking for, or?
No, I was just looking for more general magic potion shops, general stores, and then if I don't see anything, go play in one of the taverns.
There is actually a bookstore as well.
Ooh. That could have some good stuff. Also, is it bad that when you said Amanator's name, when I thought I'm an otter, I immediately went to the Owl House thing where Luz is picking an outfit and be like, this one says I'm a witch with the dark side. While this one says I'm an otter with the dark side.
With the dark side.
It's a fucking Kikarubi too.
And the bookstore's name is aptly named Under Covers.
I would have accepted Crack a Book.
Well, it kind of matches the theme of the city a little bit more.
Like I said, I grab Sho Val by the shoulder and beeline him towards the church.
You go to the church.
What's the egg?
Intervention! Divine intervention.
You are going to be a paladin today, if I say anything.
Oh, I want to be a big
We are
boy.
going to save your soul.
Praise the Lord!
You just seem to read it.
The sun god.
You just seem
Praise you, Jesus.
no, you just seem to read somehow in there
No.
already, doing like doing the thing from Blues Brothers. You see a crowd somehow.
The
The light
light
starts shining down.
You're talking about the Lionel Richie scene?
From the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, Richie.
Father Quinn.
No, this was different. Completely different.
Alright. Is there a cleric inside of this church?
There is indeed a cleric inside of the church. This cleric is a is an elf. A high elf.
Oh, found Amanadar
Yep.
on the Sword Coast Adventurers guidebook.
Yes.
Rule of law and glory of the sun are both the Amanadars to me.
Life, light, and order.
That's 2 gods we've heard of in this campaign so far.
Get his attention, and I
But
walk over
you you see this elf with a very almost golden hair, very large pointed ears,
So
wearing
he's a high elf.
yes, very arched eyebrows as well.
I hear they have the best.
Very regal looking.
Like as regal as you can get in the middle
Being
of
a-
nowhere.
Yeah.
In the middle of a tundra city. Very much a kind of like a kind of a purple and gold aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like leathers and stuff that's been like dyed with a red, even though and it kind of turned out a little bit more purple, almost like dunking leathers in wine, and
Yeah.
that kind of deal.
I got you.
And
Alright.
goes, "Hello, children. How can I help you?
My
All are seen
good-
under the light."
and I bow my head politely. My good friend here is in need of restorative magic. He fell victim to an attack that he lost his tongue. Do you know? Can you, by any chance, restore that?
I believe there are some texts and rituals that can be performed, but it does come at a cost.
I do have gold, and I'd be willing to work out anything, even if it's favor, doing anything for the church that I am able to do. And he takes off. Mordin takes off his glove and flashes the Solus signet ring.
Mm-hmm.
Anything my family can do for your church.
Give me a persuasion check. I'm looking.
Please, please, please. That's 19 with my otherworldly charm.
Do. 19. Okay. As I look up the... Oh, it's regeneration, not restoration.
It's yeah. The one you're looking for is regenerate.
Oh. As...
That is a 7th level spell, I believe.
It
Yeah, but it
is.
doesn't cost anything. But 7th level.
Right.
But he's not going to do anything for free.
No, it's true.
Waiting on pins and needles.
It's alright, I'm looking up the actual spell just so I can, like, figure out, like, oh, hey, how would a,
Man of the cloth.
Man of the Cloth kind of, like, try to treat this kind of high-level magic?
Wait, forgot to ask. Did anybody follow me in Sho Val?
No. As far as I know, you just dragged him.
Like you guys did not follow out of curiosity?
Apparently not. They just went shopping. So.
Okay. They are still in the dark. Got it.
Yes.
Mordin didn't think that through. All right.
Yeah, you gotta tell us stuff, dude.
No, I don't.
If you would allow
Where's
me
that
some,
written?
if you would allow me some time, I would just actually like to do a little bit of research on the magics that you're inquiring about.
That's all I
I
asked.
know such miracles exist. That these things can be done. I have not performed them myself in a very long time. And the last time when I was only a young man of the cloth, I looked up to my own the bishops and cardinals of my faith, the ones that taught me everything I know. They were the ones that could perform such miracles. But alas, I have not actually been taught how to do those myself. But the texts are around here, and I can probably acquire that knowledge at the very least, though I do not know the material costs for these. If you'd give me some time, I can acquire these for you.
That is all I ask. Thank you for your time. Mordin puts back on his glove, bows politely,
I bow as well.
and I start walking out.
Walk in the light, as it will guide you away.
You as well.
So,
That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. I'm done.
For a house I was able to get regenerate to do that. Okay. Anyway, let's go.
We don't have that kind of time.
We could have gotten lucky
We
and
need
found a
his time
scroll.
right
You
now.
never know.
It's one of those things like trying to figure out, first of all, if a cleric of that level would be just in the middle of nowhere.
Say level
Good.
15 cleric.
Level 13.
13 cleric.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
It wouldn't be a...
Darkness, consume the NPC Owo.
Would be impossible, but very unlikely.
I don't know, clerics go on spiritual missions, and especially older, higher level ones. They try to further their religious aspects by working with humble people.
Oh god. I gotta read this one out to you guys because you guys didn't hear it. I just got a tip from Chaos_Badger. I'm gonna read out the line here really quick. I know. Recent events. There we go. Darkness, consume the... Darkness, comma, consume the NPC, angry Owo.
What?
That's what they said.
It's like... It's like,
Okay.
can you regenerate him? With time, I can. Oh,
No!
like,
Okay.
swallowed in endless void. Shit.
Yeah.
He cast
So-
reincarnate. You got your tongue back, but now you're a bugbear.
Hey, bugbears get reach, dude.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh, just
Um,
imagine. It's like, no, going over to Granny and be like, okay, good news. Sho Val now has his tongue back. Bad news.
He's
Aye.
a bugbear.
It's like, alright. Granny faints.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
sorry about that. I just wanted to. I wanted to do that. All right.
No, thank you very much for thinking about me.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my part of that a secret, but they tried to beat me to it. But you didn't know, so.
Exactly.
I had plans for it, too.
Actually,
Not gonna lie.
okay. With that, I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
Okay.
That took a little bit longer than we were expecting.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta wing things. So, with that, we will catch you next time in the fall, in the blah 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 blah, in the far reaches of the frozen north
Blah, blah,
of
blah.
Icewind Dale.
I don't go blah blah blah.
We don't go blah blah blah.
This is not Barovia. We do
This
not.
is
do
this is not Barovia.
I'll make sure.
This
I'll
is
make
the
sure-
Forgotten Realms. This is Icewind Dale. Quit ruining it for me. No. Love you all. Check out any of our other videos if you enjoy the content. Yada yada yada. Subscribe, follow, all those fun times.
Yeah.
Thank
Also,
you for your support.
Yeah, also, Alex, you have a bunch of little shits playing D&D. What do you expect?
Yeah. That's what happens. So,
It makes it fun.
until we see you
I'm
next
pretty
time.
big for a little shit.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.